Candace Bergen tackles motherhood on the next ET.
That pretty little 10-year-old girl from Warren has been gone almost 5 days now. There are theories, all kinds of them, about why she was kidnapped. Some say it's drugs. Some say it's a threat over a lawsuit. Accusations about who really is behind it and why. But for all the attention this incredible story has been getting and all of the people searching block by block, field by field, neighborhood by neighborhood, little Deanna Seifert is still missing. Good evening, everybody. Warren police checked out still another, what looked like strong possible lead tonight in the Thumb area of Michigan. They searched a mobile home in Cass City. It belongs to the mother of the suspected kidnapper of Deanna, Andrew Trombley. But detectives tell us they found nothing. The FBI has also issued a federal warrant, a flight warrant for Trombley's stepbrother, Michael Willis. They believe that he may have split the state over a breaking and entering chase. The police also want to talk to him about what has happened to Deanna. The little girl was kidnapped from the home of a neighbor during a slumber party last Sunday, about 3 o'clock in the morning. Hundreds of people, and I mean hundreds, have been helping, hoping, and praying for that little girl's safe return ever since. Channel 7 reporter Frank Turner has the latest from the Seifert home in this live-action camera report from Warren. Frank?
Yes, Bill, there are many, many other anonymous players in this real-life drama. The scores of friends, neighbors, volunteers who've come by to offer whatever help they can to the Seifert family. Earlier today, many of them went on another search mission, checking mostly abandoned houses in the area before coming back for a candlelight vigil that ended just a short time ago. Prayers were offered up, and of course now everyone is hoping that those prayers will be answered. The flames of another candlelight vigil, the hopes and prayers for the safe return of Deanna Seifert. Another night of waiting in agony.
I was down a little bit earlier. I went and laid down, got away from everybody, and didn't sleep. I cried a lot by myself, and I felt better when I got back up.
Thousands of T-shirts bearing Deanna's picture are now being sold, printed, and donated to publicize her plight and raise money to further a reward and search efforts.
It's something that will generate money for the family. The flyer won't per se, but people will donate, to get something back, and it also has a lasting, image. It'll stay for a long time. No one knows how long this may go on.
Basically, as any retailer, they want to give back to the community in which they take from. And this is a time of need for this community as well as for this family.
Depends what time more the people start to come to volunteer their time.
Volunteers continue to line up for searching assignments, which have expanded into the northeast side of Detroit. While here at the Seifert home, portable toilets and extra phone lines were installed for the scores of neighbors and friends who've come to help. Though as darkness set, all they could offer were more prayers.
If anything knows anything about Deanna, please bring her home safely.
Come home! And the help is still coming in tonight. Striking Kroger workers will put Deanna's picture and information on the back of all of their flyers. We're told boxer James Toney has kicked in a $1,000 donation tonight, and another $1,000 came in from an anonymous donor for a reward and support fund that has now reached approximately $13,000. Reporting live from Warren, I'm Frank Turner, Channel 7 Action
Frank,
News.
we have so much news to do tonight. One brief question. There must be scuttlebutt in the neighborhood. Why do the neighbors think this little girl was kidnapped? Drugs? A threat from the lawsuit? What are they talking about?
Well, basically, Bill, they've been tossing around all the same theories that we have, and of course, they're all trying to figure out if Andrew Trombley really should be a suspect, and if he is involved, they're asking the same question we are: why? That's the thing most people cannot come up with, is why this has happened.
Yeah, we sure have not been able to nail down that motive. Thank you, Frank. Also tonight, a special fund has now been established to accept donations for the Seifert family. Contributions can be sent to the Community Awareness Fund, Post Office Box number 1554, Warren, Michigan. The zip there is 48090. You can indicate whether you want your donation to go toward the reward for finding Deanna or go to a benefits fund started to cover any medical treatment, any counseling she may need when she is found. Diana?
The woman whose house Deanna was snatched from insists tonight she's doing all she can to help find the girl. Police questioned Carol Denise McCracken again today, and she agreed to extensive interviews for the first time since this ordeal began. McCracken says she hasn't been home or over to see the Seiferts since Deanna was kidnapped because her daughter is in the hospital. But McCracken wants them to know she is concerned and hopes Deanna is found soon.
I want to tell those parents I'm sorry, and I lay awake thinking every night of things that could have happened. and I'm sorry. They might not believe me, but I am sorry, and I would be there. I would do anything I could for him.
McCracken says she does not think Andrew Tromley is responsible for the kidnapping. She insists he's a nice guy who is great with her kids. Bill?
One of the other personalities in this very upsetting story is a man by the name of Donald Crickon. He is Denise McCracken's former boyfriend and the father of 2 of her children. Crickon believes that Seifert was taken in a case of mistaken identity by somebody trying to get back at him. Crickon has been threatening to sue a Roseville bar owner, and in a telephone interview with Action News, he said that McCracken warned him that he or their kids would be hurt if he did not back off on the lawsuit.
But this guy, she told me his name because she knew him, James Willoughby, told her that I better drop that lawsuit or I would be dead, that I had a hit on me.
I interviewed Crickon, did that interview from the Macomb County Jail where he's being held for a parole violation. He's already been convicted and sent to prison for 3 different very serious felonies. At the same time tonight, the owner of that Roseville bar is denying any implications that he's in any way connected with Deanna Seifert's disappearance. Mickey Sariani runs the Frantone bar. He admits that Crickon was beat up in his bar, but only to rescue a woman that Crickon was attacking at the time. Sharanani also claims that Crickon offered to split the money, $30,000, in the threatened lawsuit, and that even though he turned down Crickon's deal, he had no reason to fear him or to threaten him.
There's no hit, no nothing. It's ridiculous. Why should I have a hit on him? I feel bad that the girl has been kidnapped, you know. I mean, I wish there was something I could do about it. But I can't see no reason why I would make a threat on this person.
He also told us that Crickon came into the bar about 3 months ago with a pit bull dog and started beating up, and his customers thought trying to kill Denise McCracken, the mother we just heard from a few minutes ago. And Sariani says, as far as he knows, Crickon never actually filed a lawsuit against him or the bar, but he was injured. Somebody hit him in the back of the head with a cue stick, and he was hospitalized for quite some time with a serious head injury. Diana?
Billy, and another person tangled up in the Seifert case has convinced police he is not involved in the girl's disappearance. Ben Little was released from the Macomb County Jail a short time ago after undergoing a 3-hour polygraph test. He was arrested for associating with convicted felons Andrew Tromley and Donald Crickon, which is a parole violation. He says Tromley helped him move the same Sunday Deanna disappeared. Little, who was not a suspect, agreed to take the lie detector test, and he passed.
We were very specific to the disappearance of the young girl, and we're convinced that all the information Ben Little has about the accused and the families, he has given us all the information he knows about that.
Meitinger also praised Little for his cooperation with the police in their search for Deanna Seifert. Bill?
One Troy police officer may have bitten off more than his department can legally chew when he gave a striking Kroger worker a ticket for eating ice cream on the sidewalk. Tonight, about 100 other strikers decided to do the same thing. Channel 7 reporter Mike Huckman explains it was an ice cream sit-in labor protest.
Ice cream, yes! Kroger, no! Ice cream, yes! Kroger, no!
These Kroger strikers are taking their licks against the Troy Police Department. On Saturday, an officer cited striking meat cutter Martin Morin for eating ice cream on the sidewalk outside this Troy Kroger store.
Why are you tempting fate?
Maybe to make a point.
And what's that?
Just that it's an outmoded law, outdated, and other people can do it, why can't I?
Morin was ticketed under an old, seldom enforced zoning ordinance. He faces a $500 fine and up to 3 months in jail. But he hopes the case might melt away with the heat being applied by his colleagues.
And we don't need the petty tickets that they're giving out for ice cream just to aggravate us. And we'll all go to jail together if we have to, but we're fighting for a cause.
The Troy police allowed all of the strikers to get their last licks in, but the cops may have gotten the last word. While most of the strikers were verbally harassing customers, police arrested one of the picketers for allegedly getting into a scuffle with someone who crossed the line.
In the meantime, relations between the strikers and Kroger remain icy, and there's no indication they will thaw out anytime soon, because no new talks are scheduled. In Troy, Mike Huckman, Channel 7 Action News, reporting.
I want to thank those good people from Kroger's. Thanks, we needed that tonight. One woman's desperate act is a shocker. She tried to remove her silicone breast implants on her own. You'll be hearing why. And the crew of that shuttle endeavor pulls off another fantastic feat. Those stories and much more, weather and sports, still to come in the update tonight. We will be right back.
It's your turn to enjoy the American dream. S.R. Jacobson is building it in Rochester Hills, Sugar Creek. Detached condos, they're maintenance-free and feature Kaufman stairways, banisters, and molding, all available through Asa Builder Supply in Walled Lake. You'll find other fine developments like Sugar Creek in New Housing Magazine, featuring builders of distinction like S.R. Jacobson. It's on sale at your newsstand now. See more of Sugar Creek, but hurry, call 650-1122. S.R. Jacobson, building your dream.
I'm not just lazy, I'm tired, and so's Barney. Ever since we joined MCI Friends and Family to get the extra 20% savings, AT&T keeps hassling us to come back. It's not worth it. The savings they promise are off their own higher rates. Come on, I might be lazy, but I got better things to do than sit around and listen to AT&T. Minute you go.
You're about to see an amazing detergent at work. Just look for the big red O. Drive in, fill up with Mobil Super Unleaded Plus, and it starts working. Unclogging fuel injectors, cleaning intake valves as you drive, giving your car performance that's trouble-free. So drive your engine clean with Mobil Super Unleaded Plus, the detergent gasoline.
Silicone gel implants. Excuse me. One woman who was very, very desperate to have her breast implants removed took the scalpel into her own hands. Marlene Hooker of Austin, Texas, now out of the hospital after forcing doctors to finish what she began. Hooker believed the silicone gel implants made her chronically ill. Her insurance company refused to pay for the implant removal. Hooker went to the hospital, grabbed a scalpel, and started cutting.
I lifted my blouse, and I had a scalpel. I sort of punctured it. It just bounced off. So I went, and it just did a little bit. I said, oh, you got to do better than that, girl. So I had to do that several times. And when I finally got down to the gooey part, where I knew the implants were, I thought, they'll know they're ruptured now. We have to do something.
Seems to be feeling pretty well. Doctors at the hospital where she cut herself refused to admit her immediately, so she drove across town to another hospital where doctors there agreed to take out the implants. She is the second woman known to have forced removal with self-surgery since the safety of silicone gel implants recently came into great controversy and great question in our country. Diana?
Former Detroit Police Chief William Hart is speaking out for the first time since he was convicted of stealing more than $2 million from the police department. Hart, also convicted of tax fraud, maintains his innocence. During a news conference today, he said he is disappointed by the verdict, but hopes to be vindicated in the appeals court. He also had words of praise for his lawyer and his wife, Laura.
It was very tough on her, but she's quite a lady, and from good stock, she was able to handle this ordeal very well. My attorney had presented the case very well and had shown that I was innocent. I know what happened, and I did not do anything wrong, is what I'm saying.
Hart faces sentencing in early August and could get 4 to 5 years in prison. Bill?
Well, this week has been kind of good. Got a little chilly yesterday or last night, but I think things are going to warm up. Jerry's going to step in and take a look at Mama Spring in just